Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. I want to thank my subscribers for your constant love and support. I really appreciate you guys. And if you're new to my channel or this is the first time you're coming across this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so whenever I upload you will be notified. So guys, it was snowing today in my area in England. Trust me, like when it snows here, it's just so crazy. Like you see all the kids going out because it's not all the time that we get snow. So the kids were all over the place today, screaming and playing in the snow. It was so nice, guys. Even my son had to go out today because of the snow. He normally don't even follow me when I ask him, like, let's go for a walk or let's go to town. He just wants to stay at home, read his books or do his own stuff. He's big, he's 16, I understand. But he was all over me today like, Mommy, let's go out, let's go to town. And we took a walk. And, you know, just walk in the snow. It was so nice, guys. So for us, it's an exciting thing to see snow in England. So, and yes, today is the last day of 2020, guys. I know it has been a crazy year for all of us, honestly, especially for those that have lost their loved ones. I can't just imagine how they will be feeling and stuff like that. It has been really a crazy year, guys. But we should also be thankful that we are alive and we are healthy, because that's the most important thing, trust me. For me, if you know, most of you know that I am a student nurse. Before, I used to work as an accountant, or not like a proper accountant that have ACCA and stuff like that, but I've been working, you know, dealing with cash, working in the bank, working for other organizations. For me, I always knew that, yes, there is a hospital. People are in the hospital, they are sick, they are lying in the hospital. You know what I mean? And I always had this thing. I wanted to help. I wanted to work in a hospital. I want to be a nurse. But honestly, you have an empathy. The empathy that you get when you become a nurse or a medical person is completely different sometimes. It's to another level, honestly. You still have empathy even when you are not a nurse, because yes, you feel for other people and stuff like that. But when you become a nurse, or when you are in the process of becoming a nurse, the empathy goes to another level, honestly. For me, I always knew that people, yes, they're sick, they're in hospital, okay, yes, that's fine. But when I started my placement, going to the hospitals during this pandemic, looking around me, people lying in their beds sick. Some of them, they can't even do anything for themselves. You have to feed them, you have to wash them, you have to lift them. Like basically, you have to do everything for them. So it was something else for me. So I started to be really grateful of the little things that I have in my life. Like, I remember sometimes when I'm having my shower in the morning, or when I come back from my 12-hour shift, I'll be having my shower and just thanking God in the shower. Because just thanking God because I can have my own shower for myself. I can move from one place to the other. These things, we try to like kind of, you know, ignore these little things, and we be praying and praying for this and that. But once you are sick, then you know that these things are really important. So I'm really grateful. Personally, I'm grateful for myself, for everything, because I'm alive, I'm healthy. I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my friends and my loved ones, and I'm grateful for my subscribers, guys, and your family, because without you, this channel will not be going on, you know. So we should be grateful for these little things, honestly. Think about somebody in the hospital, dying at the point of death, having COVID, having other health-related issues or whatever. It's just so sad, you understand? In as much as we have been through a lot, but just know that there is someone who has been through more than what you've been through, because they have been on the sick bed. Some of them have lost their lives, but we are still here, we are still alive. We should be thankful to God for these things. They are very important. They are big things. As long as you're healthy, as long as you are alive, you have a roof over your head, you have food on your table, that is just, you are rich. Trust me, you are rich. So let me stop ranting and just get to the video. But I just wanted to, like discuss this with you. As a student nurse, it was just like something new, to me, to be in that field, from being an accountant, playing with cash and stuff like that, and going into the hospitals, especially at this time when, the world is just something else right now with all this pandemic. So for me, it was really something, and I think I'm grateful for that, because it has made me to start appreciating the little things in my life, maybe that I used to overlook. So I just want to make a last video for you guys before we move into 2021. So this is going to be the last video for 2020. I'm going to be cooking okra. We call it okra soup or okra stew, whichever way you prefer to call it, but I will be cooking okra. I've already chopped my okra, sliced my okra, prepare everything off camera so that it will be fast. So if you're interested to see how I cook my okra soup, please stay tuned.
Let me just show you quickly what I'll be using to cook my okra soup. In the bowl here, I've got my dry bonga, which I've already blended. The reason being that because bonga has got lots of bones, so I always tend to blend my bonga. I know I keep on repeating myself in every video with this, but it's just that if someone subscribe to my channel who is new will know why I blend my bonga. So it's just for the bone, and it's safer that way, guys. So I also got my crayfish there, which I will be blending with my peppers. And this is ogiri, guys. We call it ogiri in Sierra Leone. So it's basically fermented sesame seeds. It's got a really horrible smell, but yeah, we like to add it in our sauce. So in the bowl here, I've got my peppers. I will not be using all of that, guys. So but however, I like spicy food, but I will not be using all of that. And I also have 2 onions in the plate, and then I have my garden eggs. I like to add these garden eggs to my okra soup. I will just cut it in half and just put it into the pot like that. So yeah, I have my goat meat here, guys. I've already boiled my meat. If you want to know what I use, I just use season oil and salt, guys. Here in the bowl, I've got my crabs. If you know me, you know that I love crabs. I've already boiled my crabs, and I season it with just Maggi cubes. That's all. And in the plate here, I've got my salmon fish, which I've also steamed with the shrimps. So everything is basically ready. I've cooked everything, all the protein that I'll be using, it's all cooked. So basically, and here I've got my palm oil, and here it's some eggplant. But the reason why it's looking like that is because I added some salt to it. That's why it's giving that kind of color. And in the bowl here, I've got my okra, which I already went ahead and sliced off camera. Here I've got my Maggi cubes. So basically, this is everything that I need to cook my okra soup, guys. So let's get started. So let's start to cook, guys. So because I've cooked my meat, I'm not going to be adding it straight away, but I'm going to use some of the beef stock to start cooking my okra soup. So but make sure you don't put a lot of water. If you've watched my other video on how to cook potato leaf, it's basically the same method. We don't need to put a lot of water. So I'm going to use some of this beef stock to put, and then I'm going to add the palm oil straight away into the pot, guys, and leave it to cook. Make sure it cooks very well. Don't put a lot of water into the pot, because otherwise your okra soup is going to be waterish. So I'm going to add the dry bonga as well to make sure that it cooks well, and I will leave the crayfish and blend it with my peppers later on. So I'm going to add 2 Maggi cubes just to taste, but I've already have salt on the beef stock, so I don't want to put too much Maggi cubes. So that too should be enough, guys. I'm just going to mix it and cover it. those of you who don't know how ogiri looks like, this is the ogiri, guys. It's basically fermented sesame seeds. Like I said, it's got a really strong smell, and they normally just wrap it in banana leaves like this. So I'll be blending this together with my peppers. So I'm just going to add my eggplant into the pot, and I'm also going to add my onions as well, and I'll be adding the blended peppers, ogiri, and onion into the pot as well. I left the onions to cook for about 5 minutes, as well as the palm oil. So I later on added my eggplants, guys. So I will be removing it because I don't want it to be like overcooked. So at this moment, I'm just adding my goat meat into the pot and leave it to soak into the palm oil. I just wanted to show you guys how I went ahead and sliced my okra. Normally in Sierra Leone or even here, I don't tend to use a chopping board for stuff like this. I just do it the African way. So I just wanted to show you how I did the rest of my okra. So I left this too. So basically, this is just how I hold it and then slice it bit by bit until I'm done. It takes a bit of time, to be honest, but this is how I'm used to. And some people will normally also like slice their okra into 4 and then start cutting it. So here my meat is already cooked. I'm just going to add the remaining protein, my shrimps, fish and crabs, into the pot. Actually, I will just remove the fish for now because I don't want it to be overcooked. So I will just add my crabs instead, and I'll mix it and leave it to cook for about another 3 minutes because everything is basically cooked. I just want everything to be soaked into the sauce with the palm oil before adding my okra. So I'm just going to add my okra into the pot at this point because basically everything else is cooked. So it's time to add the okra. I'm just going to cover it for about 3 minutes before mixing it, guys. So guys, after 3 minutes, I'm just going to give my okra a good mix now, and then I'll cover it again and leave it to cook for about another 3 minutes. So guys, at this point, I'm just going to add my fish now because everything is cooked. So I'm just going to make sure that I don't mix the okra a lot so that my fish does not break into smaller pieces. I'm just trying to get the fish in the bottom so that it will soak into the okra soup properly and also get the flavor. So basically our okra soup is ready. So this is how it's looking like, guys. Look at that, guys. It's all ready and it's looking so nice, and trust me, it tastes so yummy. So this is the end of our okra soup. This is the end product, guys. Okra soup with rice or okra stew with rice, whichever way you prefer to call it. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video 2021. Happy New Year to you all.